Okay. Are we good?
I don't know. Is the light on?
Did it say record?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can go.
Alrighty. Cardinal nature is like the Hulk. We all have it. And he's always trying to get out. The thing I noticed about the Hulk was that the more you fight against it, the more it springs back. I'll never forget that scene where those bulldogs were on him and they bit him like right here in his muscle. He just grew all of a sudden and just ripped that dog's mouth right open. And I thought to myself, today I thought, you know what? We all have a little bit of that Hulk in us. I remember that part in the first of the movie where they were talking to Bruce Banner in the movie, and I think it was his girlfriend that says she wants to help him overcome that. And he says, I like it. he says, I never felt more full of life ever. And he said, my heart was racing, and he said, I could hear it. He said, I could hear my life. And it was like boom, 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 like that. His heart was pounding, boom, and it was a good healthy pound, you know. And you'd have to go back and watch it. I can't express it exactly like he did, but he let you know in the movie that, man, it was something that was very appealing to the flesh, because he could bite off the head of a rocket and spit it back and blow up a helicopter, you know. I mean, and I never forget the time when he was talking to these, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 guys, and he tells them, he says, please stop. He says, because you're making me mad and you don't want to see me mad. Oh, I thought that was so funny. But you know what brought me to this was I saw a movie the other day, a YouTube video actually, by a couple of them, and about this smart aleck. And I've been in these situations in my lifetime, and I just, sometimes you just like to jump up and pound a guy in his face, you know what I mean? And you like to hit him so hard, man, that he wouldn't land until he came around the moon from the other side and smacked him to the earth. And I know there's a lot of tall talkers, but every once in a while, man, you will see something that just like goes, whoa, man, now that's what I'm talking about. And this smart alecky guy, he was running his lip, and these fellows, they just trying to walk away from him, you know. And I'm thinking about me sitting here telling you this, getting enjoyment out of it. I'm not even sure if that's right, you know. But this smart alecky dude, man, he was running them back, getting up in their face and everything, and following them around. And he thought, well, I'm going to go over here, and this guy here, he's not quite as big. I'm going to go over here and smite. You could see him the way he acted. That's more than likely what he was thinking. So he goes over there and he swings on the guy, you know. I mean, the guy's not even doing nothing. He's walking away from him, really. So, and he swings on him. So, and it's on after that. I mean, the guy, he's like on him, and he has turned him every which way but loose, and man, it's like he done got a hold of not a bobcat, but a nest of them. You know what I mean? I mean, there was more claws, fingers, and fur than you've ever seen in your life. And the guy was on the ground, and the one dude was on top of him, just batting his head in like this, and all of a sudden, here I am feeling sorry for the guy on the ground, because when that poor guy, when he raised up, man, he's like, you could see his eyeballs was doing like it, one of those cartoon things, you know. I mean, he was going like this, And he was raised up like this, and he couldn't even get his composure. I mean, he was thumped bad. I just felt so sorry for the guy, you know. But even though he got what he deserved, I know that lady that was taking she had on her phone camera, and I know she got to be thinking, man, here I am getting a murder in progress, you know, because I mean, I'm telling you what. And then the other one was that this guy, man, he picking on this fellow that was smaller than him, and this little guy, man, he grabs him. You know, the bigger guy followed him in between two cars. Mistake. He grabs him around his waist, carried him out from between those two cars, and body slammed him on the ground. I thought to myself, ow, because that had to hurt. And I mean, he was just kicking the daylights out of him. And it took him every bit of 15 seconds, man, to wipe him out. And he was getting beat so bad that if the guy's wife hadn't come over and stopped it, you know what I mean? Might have been another murder. But you know, I was watching these two videos, and the thing that I thought about it, you know, I was thinking about, Jimmy Cricket, here's this Hulk coming out of me, you know, because I'm thinking, yeah, my heart was a pounding just like the Hulk's was, you know. And I'm like, oh, you know, every once in a great while you'll see something that is set in place that is right. But now, you know, those people, they were hurt in those videos, and that's not fun, even though they deserved it. You know, I was thinking to myself, but you know, why there should be another way. Why does it have to be done like that, you know? And why do people have to do that? Why does our cardinal nature rise up and take over, man, like that, like it does, you know? And there was this one preacher said that every man has the ability to break all the 10 commandments. In other words, there is a murderer in every one of us. You give us at the right place, at the right time, at the right situation, and that murderer will come out. Just like every liar, there's a liar in every one of us. There's a thief. And it's all wrapped up in that cardinal nature. The Hulk, man, the Hulk comes out and he thumps whenever that he gets mad enough to rise up, come up out of you. I mean, that's got to be where they got that character from. It's got to be where they got that character from. How the flesh rises up. You know, this friend of mine, well, a couple of friends of mine, they sing this song in church called "The Old Man Is Dead." No, he ain't. As long as you are living on the face of this planet, long as you got flesh in your body, let me tell you something. You get yourself in the right place, and Hulk will come up. He'd come right out of that man. He'd be like dragging you with him. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been so mad before. I did stuff and then didn't realize. You know, I knew that I was doing it, but I'm like, as I'm doing it, I'm like, am I really doing this? You know, because I was so upset. And that's what it takes. And that's why the devil, he tries to get us in that place where we can get upset over and rule us. But, you know, we have to, the Bible says, train your mind. Train your mind. Romans chapter 12. Train your mind. Because, see, that's where the devil wins, when we don't train our mind. We have to determine what we're going to do before we ever get to that situation. Make sure the Hulk don't come out. And when Bruce Banner, he finally trained, you know, in his movies, he finally trained the Hulk to be able to control him. And then and then when he got into that very last part he was getting, he could talk through the Hulk. It was kind of controllable. So there is a way. The Lord can help us control that old man, so that your Hulk won't come out and destroy helicopters with his teeth. You know what I'm talking about? All right. God bless. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time. Another great message right here across in the middle of ministry.